Okay, when I was a child, sometimes my father would work and sometimes he would be out of work. And he was an independent truck driver. He refused to join the union, and so therefore it made it harder to get work. So when I spoke to him about it at one point, he said to me that there was a lot of corruption in the union then, and that organized crime was a big part of it. So that he did not want to pay dues to organized crime, so he would rather try to find jobs on his own and still have his dignity and his moral values than to give in and have an easy way to find jobs. And he said to me that as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and not be ashamed of yourself, then you've accomplished a lot in life. And so that's where I learned that from my dad, and I've always tried to use that in my own life, to always try to take the high road, even if the low road is much easier.
That's really nice.
And then the second thing that life-changing thing that I thought of was when I became a mother for the first time. I had no idea what mothering was about. Back in those days when you had a baby in the delivery room, then you went to a room of your own and the baby was taken to the nursery. Then they would bring you the baby from the nursery and you could have time with the baby to nurse the baby. And then they would take the baby back away from you and take it back to the nursery. And I remember the first time they took my son away from me and took him back to the nursery. I could hear the babies crying in the nursery, and I wondered if that was my child that was upset. And I thought, now I know what mothering's about. Always to be concerned about your children and always wanting the best for them.